Howdy folks, it's Not Jay from Not Jay's Tabletop Gaming, and in this video we set sail on a new adventure. This time we're going to be taking a look at Victory at Sea's model of the USS Missouri. I'm doing a quick unboxing and how to build. I'll do a paint job later, showing you all how I paint up this particular model. And this is going to be a series that I go back to from time to time, showing all the different models that I have and how to put them together, etc. So strap in, jump on board, and let's get going. All right, here we've got the Victory at Sea USS Missouri. It's a 1/1800th scale model. It is resin and metal. Let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we've got inside here. All right, so of course it's going to have some basic stuff. Shows you how to put it together. So it's pretty simple. So this isn't going to take a whole lot of time or effort, but we're definitely going to go ahead and put this together for it, and then it gives it a let's give you an idea of what it's supposed to look like when it's all painted up, and gives you the colors that they've chosen to paint it. So that's pretty nice. Now, if y'all watched me with on Rocky's War Room before, you've seen all of this before, but I wanted, for some of my new viewers, wanted to show it off. These are little tracker markers to track hit points, tens, and then and the ones. So and then gives you your points for the game if you're going to play Victory at Sea, giving it the speed, the armor, etc., and so forth. So gives a little bit of history of the ship. Gives you your refit options. So yeah, it's kind of neat. Let's go ahead and take a look at the ship itself. It is a big one. So at roughly 880 feet long, it's gonna, at 1/1800th scale, it's gonna be pretty big. As you can see, these are 1-inch squares, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 inches. It's a good size model. So we're going to go ahead and dive in and get this. We're going to start getting this put together. Here we see the metal parts to the model. The 3 turrets for the 16-inch guns, the smokestacks with the masts, and then also the boom crane that goes onto the aft of the ship right there. So when you are working with white metal, you do need to be careful. You want to use some tools, either a good set of flush nippers or a sharp X-Acto blade, because they can bend and break pretty easily and get malformed. So definitely want to make sure that when you're putting them together or taking them off of the sprue, that you're very careful with getting the metal parts off without bending or breaking them too badly. Once you do get them apart and you got them nicely trimmed up, then you want to make sure that you dry fit those parts. Dry fitting makes sure that everything is going to fit nice and snug, right where it's supposed to go, making sure that it looks exactly the way you want it to look. Also, it makes sure that you've got the right pieces in the right place. A lot of times there will be multiple pieces that look similar but are just different enough for them as to not to fit in the right place. So get them trimmed up nicely, get them dry fitted before you add the glue, because once glue is added, it becomes very, very difficult to remove parts once they've been adhered using super glue. And if you're doing plastic on plastic and you're using plastic cement, it's damn near impossible without breaking it, because you're basically welding the two parts together. A couple of bits of information about the USS Missouri. She was part of the Iowa class, which had the Iowa, the Missouri, the New Jersey, and the Wisconsin. They were started in, I believe, 1940, commissioned in 43, and saw action from early 44 in the Pacific through the end of the war in 1945. She was 887 feet long, displaced 57,000 plus tons, and could do 32 knots. So pretty quick. She had a city's worth of crew at about 2,900. So a lot of people on this ship, making do what they could do to, win the war. She was the ship that was chosen to receive the surrender of the Japanese in Tokyo Bay. So probably one of the, if not the most famous battleship that the United States Navy ever put to sea. And there she is. So there you have it, USS Missouri, BB-63, United States Navy's probably one of the most famous battleships that the United States Navy ever put to sea. Really a fun little model to put together. The next video I do in this series is going to be having me show how I paint it. I'm hoping to be able to get the dazzle pattern, the measure 32 with the black sea gray and ocean gray camo scheme on it. So be on the lookout for that video in the near future, and until next time, we'll see you on the flip side.